Thanks for coming to Barre today. Our theme today is superior posterior. We'll be working those glutes, trying to strengthen and build up those muscles back there. Let's start by setting our posture, feet under hips. Lift up those legs, lift the hips up off the legs, lift the rib cage up off the waist, roll the shoulder blades back, back of the head over the back of the spine. Feel that alignment from your heels all the way to the top of the head. Try to stay that tall and connected throughout our workout today. Let's start our warm-up with a close squat. So walk your feet together, walk your thighs together, push, sit back into this chair here. And we're gonna tap side, tap back, come to the center. Other side, tap side, tap back, come to the center. Staying down here in this squat, destabilizing yourself a little, working on that balance, tap, in addition to warming up those muscles. Tap side, tap back, tap side, tap back, tap side, tap back. 2 more sets like this. Side, back, last set like this, side, back, and side, back. Stay down here. We're gonna go side to side. On the side to side, lock these hips into place and space. So try not to move your body side to side. Engage that core. Keep those shoulders in the same place. Staying down in this squat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise it up. Nice. Good control. Good. Keeping that upper body steady. Let's spread our feet apart a little, coming into our regular squat. We're going to do floor to ceiling squats with an optional releve. So coming down, push those glutes behind, rise up onto your toes, down, rise up, down, rise up, down, rise up, down, rise up. That releve is optional. Also optional is a little jump, right up, and jump, down, and jump. Trying to keep your gaze in front of you rather than dropping it down to the floor. When you come down in that squat, that can kind of mess up your balance. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Nice. Let's start our arm series, picking up our weight. We are going to start with a drawbridge. So feet under hips, lift all the way up, engage the core, roll the shoulder blades down, keeping those elbows super open, not letting them come to the front of the body. Elbows parallel to the floor, down and up, down and up. Nice and slow here. Working those rotator cuffs. Warming up the shoulders, strengthening those muscles, trying to prevent future injury at this very common injury spot. Down and up, down and up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down here, reach front and front, front and front. So we've transitioned to a standing upright row. Front and front, keeping those elbows parallel still. Nice warm shoulders, getting a little bit of that chest as well. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, not done. Drawbridge, come down, reach out and in, up and down, out, row in, up, down, out, row in. 4 more. 3 more. Down, out, row in. 2 more. Last one, up, down, out, row in. Nice job. Coming to our skier position, we're going to do 90-degree rows now with that bent over posture. So feet parallel, hip distance, soft knees, hinge from the hips, roll the shoulder blades back, keep them down the back throughout this whole movement. Row those arms in, squeezing the shoulder blades behind, working the back here. Head is neutral, so gaze is on the floor pretty far in front of you. Not dropping the head down, definitely should not see your toes even in your peripheral vision. Not craning the neck. Row and down, row and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we pull, 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 pull. All this work is coming from those shoulder blades. Squeeze, 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 squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And set it down. Coming to our second position. Feet are turned out. When we come down into our plie, we lead with the knees, leading over those toes. Make sure you can see the big toes on the inside. Arms up, we're gonna press up with those shoulders. So the plie is optional. You can just stand in second position or in a position that's comfortable for you. But if you want to do double duty here, combine the plies and the overhead press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down here in this plie, up, down, really strong core, open knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we made it. Nice. Getting our chair for our triceps. We're going to do tricep dips on a chair or a coffee table or a floor or a step. Something to just elevate yourself. Well, you don't, if you're on the floor, you won't be elevated, but something to elevate yourself. Sitting on the edge, hands are right next to your glutes. Barely move those glutes off the chair. And we're going to come straight down with the glutes, pushing back with those elbows. You can have your legs straight in front of you. If you need a little more support, feet flat on the floor, knees bent, tall spine, trying to get those glutes straight up and down, brushing the chair for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a seat, roll your wrists, get some of the tension out of them. We're going to come to our pulses. I'm going to do feet flat on the floor for the pulses with knees bent. Nice open chest, shoulders back, pulse, pulse, pulse. Pushing the elbows straight back, pulse, pulse, pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you made it. Nice. It's a really good way to work the triceps. And since we're at home and don't have our bar, we can at least make use of our chair. Coming to a little more chest work. We're going to do a front raise. So feet, actually, let's stand in first position. Feel like the insides of those knees are opening up to the front of the room. Zip up those thighs, strong core, one hand on top. So I'm going to start with my right hand on top, up and down, switch, up and down. So staying super tall, lifting those hands to shoulder height, not trying to come above that. Switch, lift, and down. Really feel those thighs, those inner thighs, engaged in this first position, zipped up through those legs. Lower belly, engaged as we lift, lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're going to do some pulses. Right hand on top, pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open arms. Left hand on top, pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Right hand on top, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Left on top, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Right on top, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Left on top, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Right on top, 2, 1. Left, 2, 1. Open. Cross. Open. Cross. Just 2 more. Open. Cross. Open. And cross. Awesome. Let's work our biceps. Feet in parallel. Body aligned. Palms facing the thighs. Lift those hands up and down. If this starts to feel like too much, just flip your palms so that they're facing up to the sky. But if you're enjoying the challenge, keep them facing down toward your thighs. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And we pulse, 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 pulse. Palms down, pushing those weights down and stopping them with your bicep. So really feel that percussive movement here. Nice straight spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. All right, last move for our arms. We're going to do our swan arms. You're going to start with your feet in 3rd position, heel of the right foot to the arch of the left foot. Rise up into releve. Walk those feet together into susu so that they're one in front of the other, lifting up tall, walking forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side walk. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're done. Weights down. Let's come back to this chair for our bar series. Today I have a resistance band. If you have one, definitely grab it. If not, don't worry, like all the equipment, it's optional. It just helps you get a little deeper into those glutes. So we're gonna start with some standing kickbacks, or some leaning kickbacks really. So you're gonna hook that band around one foot. If you have a band with handles, you'll hold it below the handles, because we're gonna bring this up onto our chair or bar, or whatever you're using for a bar. We're going to come at a slight angle here. So not trying to bend this standing knee, just using your core to maintain the straight body at a slight angle. Kick back, kick, kick, and kick. So the band is on the outside of your knee if you're using it. Kick, kick, kick. Maintain this strong core. Maintain that straight spine. Kick, 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 kick for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset. Let's bring our arms crossed. The band is now going to be on the inside of your body. We're going to step back. This time we are bending at the waist, and we're going to take this diagonal. So cross behind, lift it up. Cross behind, lift it up. Cross and lift. So you're staying diagonally behind. We're not coming straight out to the side. Lift, down, and lift. That standing leg, glute should be strongly engaged. Lift and down, lift and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Switching to the other foot. So hook your band around the other foot, holding it to the bar on the outside of that foot. Body at a slight angle, nice straight line. Bend the knee, kick, push back. So really feel that resistance as you try to push the foot back. Extend the leg straight back. We're not in turnout here. So hips are square to the floor. That knee is facing straight down toward the floor as it bends for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that foot down. Cross the bands to the other side. Crossing your arms. This time a bend at the hips. Cross behind. Lift diagonally to the side. Cross and lift. Cross and lift. Cross and lift. Again, we're not in turnout. Hips are square. So don't open that hip as you lift the leg diagonally to the side. Cross and out. Cross and out. Cross and out. Cross and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Nice. Really good. Now we are going to have our one hand on the bar, other hand is going to be on your hips. Outside foot is crossed in front of the other foot. We're going to do our balance beam squats here. So your feet are as though you're standing on a balance beam. Squeezing those inner thighs, push back into a squat. So it's almost a variation on a one-legged squat. We're pushing back, push. Feel this glute of the leg that's right next to the bar, super strongly engaged. You do have some weight on the front foot, but it's mostly that back leg that's doing the work. Squeeze those thighs. Keep those feet aligned, parallel. Push, rise up. Push, rise up. Push, rise up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down here and we pulse, pulse, pulse. If you feel good about your balance, both hands on your hips, pulse, pulse. It's tricky because you got a really narrow angle of contact with the floor right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Switch to the other side. Other foot in front. This time I have my right foot in front, hand on hip, pushing. Oops, no, wrong. Leg that's next to the bar is in back. My right leg in back. Pushing back, rise up. Back, rise up. Nice. Rise up. Back. Rise up. Beautiful. Push those glutes behind. Keep it up. Getting deep into that squat. Feel that back leg working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down here. Balance on that beam if you can while we pulse, pulse. Squeeze the thighs. That helps the balance. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Nice job. Shake it out. Circle those ankles. We are going to grab a paper plate or glider, or if you have socks and a hard floor, whatever you need to get a little bit of sliding movement. We are going to have one glider under one foot. Other leg is going to be lifted behind. We're going to do attitude arabesque. So for attitude to start, we're going to be in our first position. Lift that leg behind. This hip is open a little. This knee is lifted. Heel is on the same plane as the knee. And now we're going to come into our attitude. Leg is straight, knee cap is pointing down to the floor. Lift and straighten. Lift and straighten. Actually, I guess we do not need the glider for this because we're staying in our first position. Lift and straighten. Lift and straighten. Nice. Lift and straighten. Lift and straighten. Really working to lift with that knee instead of lifting with the foot. Open that hip. to give yourself some good rotation. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up here. Pulse up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Switch to the other side. I'm not going to use the glider on this side. So first position, lift that leg up into your attitude, opening up this hip. I'll try here. Square and lift. Square and lift. Square and lift. The supporting leg stays strong and lift. Square and lift. This leg was just a supporting leg and I feel it in my glutes. Lift, square and lift, extend and lift for 4, 3, 2, really lift this hip. Last one, stay up here, pulse up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. That chair back into position. What do we have next? Oh, yes. We have got our rear lunge with a lift. So facing the bar, you can use it for balance or no. I think I'll just start using it for balance. Stepping back with one foot. We are going to keep this leg straight, bend the front knee, lift, down, come in. Other side, step, lift, down, come in. Step, lift, down, come in. So on that lift, really feel that glute kick in to lift the leg. Nice back. Lift, back, and in, back, lift, back, and in. 4 more sets. Back, lift, back, and in. 3 more sets. Back, lift, back, in, pushing that glute behind you. 2 more sets. So knees stay behind the toes. Last set. And in, back, in, back, and in. Step back, rise, down, rise, down. 8, 7, 6, and this is where you can challenge your balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in, other side. Lift, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in. Awesome. Great job. Done with our bar series. Let's get our mat. Roll it out. We're going to start standing. And you have the option of weights, resistance band, or just body weight. We are going to start with our archer. So with the archer, you've got your resistance band in one hand, other arm parallel, feet hip distance parallel, twist from the waist. So hips stay locked, we're twisting from the waist. Twist and pull, twist and pull. Feel that core engage as you twist. Working, so if you have weights, you've got one in each hand and you're reaching back. No resistance, no problem. Keeping those hips square, doing that twist. For 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. So this, especially with the resistance band and not the weights, should not feel like a shoulder exercise. All the work is coming from this twist here. So other arm up, elbow parallel, twist and twist, twist. So you're not pulling with your hand. You are just twisting your body, and that is what is elongating that band. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse, 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 pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Set it down. Coming down to the mat. We're going to do a glute bridge. You can use your band for resistance, or you can do it without resistance. Totally up to you. We're going to start with feet hip distance apart, parallel, walking them close to our glutes. If you're using the band, have it across your hips, palms planted on the floor. Open up your chest, lift and down, lift and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Walk your feet in, feet together, knees together, thighs squeeze together. Same thing. Lift up and down, keeping that thigh squeeze going. Lift and down. So a little more work in the inner thighs here, a little less in the glutes. Core engaged to lift up high. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, squeezing the thighs. 3, 2, 1, roll it down. Bands to the side, hug those knees, rock side to side. All right. If you have a ball or a rolled up towel or a pillow, get that. Totally optional. We're just going to use it as a cue for where to focus our energy with our crunch pulse. Feet are flat on the mat, knees bent. Squeezing this ball lightly, holding it right over the belly button. Crunch, pulse, crunch, pulse. So keeping your elbows at the same angle. Try not to let that ball come all the way to the chest, right? We're just keeping it here at our belly button. Our belly button is pushing down to the spine. This is a lot of work for the upper abs, but we're also pushing down with these lower abs. crunch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend arms behind you, cross. So lift up the left leg, cross up and across. Arms behind, crossing outside that leg. Lift and cross. Lift and cross. Coming up into a full sit-up. Again, the ball is really just helping you focus on where you're going. Lift and cross. Crossing to the outside of that leg. I hope you're feeling this. I definitely am. With that lift, start it by pushing down the belly button, rotating the tailbone up toward the ceiling, and then that momentum is what lifts you up off the mat. Lift and cross for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Nice. We are going to come into a one-legged plank, 2 down dog. We're going to do one leg. So if you want to be on your knees, we're going to be one leg here, and you'll just push back, come back to the plank. Push back, come back to the plank. Because it's hard to kind of get that downward motion if you're on a knee. If you are on your toes, pushing back into this plank, lift up into a down dog, coming back, tuck that knee. Lift and tuck. Lift and tuck, staying on the same leg. Lift and tuck for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg tucked. Tap the foot, lift it. Tap, lift, tap, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back, roll your wrists. Get ready to do the other side. Coming into your plank variation. Lift that left leg, push back to 3-legged dog, tuck, back and tuck, back and tuck for 8. Coming all the way forward into a plank, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this tuck, tap the toe down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it back. Roll those wrists. We're going to come into some clam shells. So glutes are on the mat, feet starting on the mat, hands behind you, fingers pointing toward your toes. Nice straight spine. Try not to slump here. By using your core to lift up, we're going to open those legs into a, I guess if it's both legs at once, it's more of a butterfly than a clamshell. If this is feeling like enough work, stay here. If you want a little more, lift those legs up into the boat. Again, nice, tall, straight spine. Flutter, 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 flutter. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Last move for our core. Get your ball, pillow, or towel. Try to find something to elevate your hips a little bit. So we're going to put this right at the tailbone, right underneath the glutes, palms flat on the mat. We're going to start with both feet on the floor and just lift one leg and then the other. And don't just lift the leg, contract these core muscles. That shortening is what is lifting the leg up. So be really deliberate about your movement. If this is feeling easy, we're going to have both legs up and alternate the tap, 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 keeping your hips square to the ceiling. So especially if you have both legs up, they want to open side to side as you go through this movement. If it's still easy, arms up in the air, very little to help you balance here. You should feel pretty destabilized. Really want to challenge, don't tap, just extend, 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 core super engaged, belly button pressed down, not letting the belly puff up, because it does want to do that to kind of make you bigger. Feel like you have a broader base pointing toward the sky. Instead, press down and compress. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ball to the side. Let's start our stretch with some happy baby. Trying to bring your tailbone down to the mat, holding onto calves, shins, ankles, feet. Thinking about pressing your knees into your armpits, really opening those hips. Really nice. And let's keep the same stretch into a seated butterfly. So feet together, pushing up from that spine. Bring the heels closer into your body. Big inhale, straight spine. Exhale, reaching forward, forward, forward until you can't reach anymore. And then you can let your spine curve over your feet. Gentle pressure with your elbows, keeping those legs open. Look up, rise up, grabbing onto those toes or those feet, extend them out in front of you. Reset those sits bones. Big inhale, exhale, fold again. Hands resting wherever is comfortable. I like to have my feet flexed because that shortens the back of the leg, which is where I need the stretch. And the glutes and hamstrings and calves. Slowly roll up, cross, keeping your left leg extended, cross your right leg over, lift up with that spine, twist over, look over the back shoulder, still with a tall spine, tailbone pressed down into the mat. Big twist, getting a good stretch for this extended arm shoulder, your left shoulder. not collapsing into your right shoulder, still tall. And switching to the other side, cross over, twist, look behind, stretch that shoulder, stretch the spine, stretch the hip. Untwist, coming over, hands on the mat, tuck those toes, back into a down dog, walk the hands toward the feet. Slowly roll up, head last. Roll the shoulders back, step out into second position. Inhale, arms up, exhale, plie. Inhale. On exhale, one more time, letting your heart rate and your breathing slow. Exhale. Drink lots of water. Gentlemen, take your bow. Ladies, take your curtsy. Thank you for joining today for Barre class. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.